turning, so that's going to be a problem. I know for sure these are the wrong ones. Look how short he made those. Well, guess why? Because the thread wouldn't go in, he made them short. Very handy. It's impossible, this freaking... Well, that's not supposed to be like this. And again, all the wrong bolts. Oh, I'm getting so tired of this. Yo, what's up with this? Welcome to another day in paradise. Let's get some stuff built together, so we're going upwards. Let's start with making sure that we've got all the parts laying out on the table and we've got them all checked, because in this automotive tuning game there's always something different and always something, or we want to make it different, or it is different when you want to order it and not available anymore. So that's the first thing we did. Putting the new bushings in. I always make sure that I grease them in really good so that they will just flop in. Off to the next piece of the puzzle, the small bushing. Same way, they can go with hand, but grease them in real good. Then you push them in, the steel bushing that goes in, grease that in, push that in. Because everything is powder coated, I always like to check, make sure that the threads are not damaged. Then we're off to push the control arms in. Sometimes they go easy, and sometimes you need to help them a little bit with a block of wood. Now on to something that I only have. That's the Audi RS3 gearbox mount. Straight on to the sway bar mount, get those on to the subframe, but just push them in with the end of a hammer or the end of a wooden block. So you push them down, get the bolts on from below. Chop chop, ball joints on. On to the next piece of the puzzle, that is the complete front hubs. First I start with cleaning out the holes that are important. Getting the threads done, getting them flat and smooth, that the powder coating is not coming out or not coming in anymore, so that we can use them properly where they are needed for. Then the bearings, pressing the bearings in. Always make sure that you grease it all, so that the bearing slides in smoothly. And finally, there's one part wrong. So the steering knuckles for the steering column were the wrong ones. We had them in tomorrow. So off to another piece. this a try. Close, but so far away. Oh, they popped in. Yeah. And they're popping out. Ah, fuck you. Next on the list, the rear cups is 39 millimeters. This is 40 millimeters, and this is 67, and this is 70 with an extra well, flow. So the flow goes off, this goes to 67, so that we're ending up the same as the original one, only then we're 5x100. So off to the lathe and get the final piece ready for all the suspension to get it complete. This looks promising, so all the nuts and bolts are zinc-plated now, so let's get the final bits together. So let's get those final rear bushings in of the rear axle. I thought this was going to be a little bit more easy, but this is proving to be the most difficult ones of all. I finally ended up with making a thread to press them in firstly, then secure them with the two base plates. Well, there's one rear setup and one front setup, all complete, ready for the next steps. Now I'm off to get all the axles done so that they are laying ready as well. So slowly on we get all the final products ready on the bench, ready to get installed. Well people, that is it for another episode in all of the craziness that is happening in the shop. I'm working my ass off to get everything done and of course make everything nice and as good as possible. There are some things that are missing that I'm ordered that are getting in. Computer is in. Lots of stuff is prepared for the electronics. So in the next episode, there's going to happen some crazy cool shit. And probably that will be next week, because we're going on with the rally. I want to get the subframe, the stuff under, the computers in, so that it can start, it can roll on its own wheels. So we're closing in to the final results and showing you people really cool stuff. This week was a little bit of a hurdle again with all the craziness that is happening and trying to manage all these projects and getting all the content on YouTube for you all out, because that is really difficult at this moment. I'm struggling to get everything in the flow, get the YouTube game rolling, get all the projects that are in at the moment and taking way more time. Setbacks, parts are taking longer. Hopefully the next year it will be a little bit more room in the shop. Let's close this off for this week. Thank you all for watching. Like and subscribe to the channel, and see you all in the next episode.